Alrighty. Good and happy Saturday. It's Saturday. Yeah, it's the weekend. Good morning, people in chat. Diz, Warfy, Tex. Good and happy Saturday. Marty here with my No Man's Sky stream, the Saturday morning cartoon. We are doing hopefully the conclusion of the Stranded Challenge. And we'll talk about that as we go along, I guess. Good morning, Jake. Hope you slept well. Let's see. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Yeah. When last we met. Do I have this? I do. Good morning. All right. Let's get inside here because we are on a... this is the first planet we spawned on. Of course, that's the premise of the challenge here, right? It's that you spawn on a planet. You do not use your ship that you are assigned. You walk away from that. The rules are you need to build one of these guys. So a roamer or another exocraft, except everything and anything except the...
Smiling face with open mouth and smiling eyes waving hand fine. I played for a while after you left. Oddly, my arms are sore. LOL.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic, eh, Jake, with the steering wheel rather than the gamepad or the joystick or whatever you were using before, the keyboard and mouse. Yeah, so back to this thing. You can use a roamer. The only one you can't use is the well, let's just have a look. This guy here, the Minotaur. If you find yourself on a water planet, you might, you could build a Nautilon, but you won't. I don't think it'll point you to a... I'm not sure it will point you to a monolith. So that's the key. You need to build one of these. And once you build one of these, then you have access to this thing, which will then allow you to scan for this thing, alien structure. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see the, I don't know if you can see the little icon there on the bottom there, but that's a monolith. That's what we scanned for. We found a monolith, went to it, and then the monolith, depending on the planet you're on and the dominant life form in the system, you may be able to find, to locate a portal with the monolith without having to do anything special. But here, we are in a GEC system, so we needed a GEC relic to activate that particular feature of the portal to locate the monolith. Activate the feature of the monolith that allows you to activate a portal, or to jeez, words, Marty, words. Saturday gods, please help me. Yeah, when I was watching your stream there on Twitch, Jake, you were really fighting it coming around the corners. You were ending up in the sand on the side a few times, and I think that's where you lost a lot of your time. But I mean, that part of that is knowing the tracks, right? Obviously, the real Formula One drivers, they know the tracks, right? So they know kind of where to push and where not to push, right? where to speed up and where to slow down, right? So that's part of it, right? And you know what? It's just a game, so enjoy, right? All right, so what are we looking for? Yeah, so we had the portal over there. Last week when we left off, we were also at one of these things, a trading post. And I continued for a few hours after the stream. I continued towards the portal, and you can see that I'm an hour away from the portal. So I could go straight for the portal here and just end it when we get to the portal, right? Because I think finding a ship, a crash ship, is optional. But we did find a transmission tower, which allowed us to find this thing, which is the location of a crashed ship. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to see if I can get to this thing. and see if it works out for us, because the rules stipulate that you can find a crashed ship and then either use it or trade it in for a different one of the same kind. I'm assuming, and yeah, so. And use it to fly to the portal. This thing here is a lot of fun, actually. It's got a little booster that allows you to kind of fly a little bit, right? It's a lot of fun, this thing. Yeehaw! Rafi! Hello, daughter. How are you? Welcome to my stream. Welcome. I'm doing a stranded run, in case you're wondering. It's one of those special challenges that was created by one of our friends online here. His name is Beeblebum, if you want to check him out. And I'm assuming that's my daughter. I think that's her tag. Yeah, so as I just explained, I don't know if you... Did you hear the explanation of the challenge? It's not really all that complicated. It's not like the fugitive or the bounty hunter, for sure. If you're adept at the game, you can probably get this done in a 3 hour stream or so. So I'm not all that adept. So I'm yeehaw. Yeah, fuel required. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, you have to keep constantly fueling this thing. So, yeah, you've got to be looking out for materials for that. Actually, it uses biological materials, so carbon and oxygen, I think it is. And if I'm not mistaken, I have copious amounts of oxygen and some carbon, so we should be good for a while. Now we are... So when it says 2 hours there like that, that doesn't mean you're less than 2 hours away. It means you're less than 3 hours away. Which is good, because this is normally like a 3 hour stream, so, you know, I hope to get there in time to you know, gather that ship and then fly to the portal, and then we're out of here, right? I may have to, near the end there, I may have to look up the coordinates that I need to plug into the portal, because I think, oh, I'm out of fuel. Okay, well then we just do this, we do this. Oh. So basically what happened there, it didn't charge 100% because we've used up the rest of this stack, and we're now into this one. Okay, yeah, so I may have to drop over to Beeblebum's, either his Discord or his YouTube channel to see what the coordinates he's pasted. You know what, we can probably use anything at all. It's just a matter of getting off this planet, really. So the coordinates are probably, well, they're probably important, because I guess he would have liked us to all end up in the same place, because we're all spawning. As far as I'm aware, we're all spawning in the Euclid galaxy, the first galaxy, and yeah. So any portal coordinates will, of course, bring you to the same location in the same galaxy, right? Now I am also looking to harvest this stuff. If I remember, or maybe somebody can remind me when I do end up with a ship.
How long could ATV for? Or did I just not play enough?
An ATV. You can play. you can't play like most of the storyline with just an exocraft, if that's what I think that's what you're referring to here. This is one of the several types of exocraft, right? This roamer. And yeah, you can't play most of the storyline because most of the storyline requires you to take off the planet. Oh, dang. Okay, let's back it up out here. Okay. Yeah, most of the storyline requires you to take off from the planet, and oh, there's something interesting. Ancient data structure, is that it? Yeah. So there's a potential to uncover. Oh, Sentinel drones, eh? Yeah, that's what I wanted to be reminded of. If somebody can remember to remind me to see if I can retrace my steps towards my original ship, because I've mostly gone directly away from my ship now. My ship is over that way. Yeah, that's my original ship. That's still the same one, right? And the portal is over there, and I am now going directly north towards this crashed ship. Pretty much directly north. So my point is that on my travels, I located a place where there were 3 sentinel pillars, like within spitting distance of each other. And of course I had disabled the sentinels on my run last week. That might have happened after the stream, I think. But nevertheless, I just wanted to see if I can make my way back there and show you that this shit happens. So before the stream, I was watching Katrin doing her awesome building. Geez, I wish I had that kind of patience and skill. Despite being retired, she has managed to retain much of her manual dexterity. Something I don't know if I could claim for myself. So anyway, we might get into something like that at some point. But and I have attempted some feeble building a couple of times, but nothing spectacular like what her and some of our other builder friends are doing. That's for darn sure. In case you're wondering, if you go on to her website or Enra or some other builders, you will see some really spectacular building. There are some glitches that you can exploit in this game that will allow you to do some pretty fancy stuff. Yeah, this vehicle is a lot of fun, I gotta admit. Fuel required. There we go. Look at that. Bada boom. It's a lot of fun, yeah. So I've also been mulling around in my mind. I'm closing in on my 2-year anniversary of streaming sometime in February. I think it's the 4th or something like that. And after my first anniversary, I decided I would try to implement a couple of things. Oh, we're out of fuel. So here we go again. We can do that, and off we go. Yeah, I decided. Now these animals, when they get in the way, geez, you just run them over. It's like, I'm not trying to run anything over, but my goodness, they spawn like right in front of me almost, and it's hard to, sometimes it's hard to avoid them. Yeah, so for my my second anniversary, I'm thinking I might try to implement a few new things in my stream. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to continue streaming, maybe not necessarily on same bases I'm doing now, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. My kids know I love playing video games. I've always enjoyed that to some extent, so streaming is just another kind of a layer of complexity added on top of that. There's an APC ship over there. Is he gonna crash? I doubt it. They don't normally crash. And there's a Sentinel. Yeah, so I had... Oh, what's this over here? Wait a minute. I should be actually actively looking for crash ships because you really never know when you're going to find them. Oh boy, almost got stuck in that cave there. Is this a minor settlement? I believe it might be... No, it's just a shelter. So, what do we have in our inventory? And what can we use here? So we got some of that stuff. We only got 3 million units. We got some of that. You know what? Let's just get out and harvest some loot. Okay, do that. Add this. Harvest that stuff. The nanites out of here. So these shelters will all have, like I have mentioned a number of times, they should all have a nanite repository. One of the buildings will have this this thing here. So let's see. Nothing in this one. Damaged machinery might have an upgrade for us. We hope. That is usually the hope. Doesn't always work out, but whatever. Pulse engine module. That's for a starship. We do not have a starship yet, but hopefully we will get one. Let's do a quick scan around and see if there's anything handy. Here's my original ship. It's kind of west of where we are. Sorry, east, not west. Distress beacon, that's where we're headed. And here's the portal. Shelter, that's where we are. Okay, nothing else. So a crash ship will often appear as an unknown building on your radar. So there we go. Blink. See, one appeared to my right and I was able to avoid it, and then the other one just spawned right in front of me as I avoided the other one. It's almost like the game wants me to run things over, you know? It's like, what? No! It's fun when you're, these are really fun when you're on a building with polar mountains. Because, let's get some of this stuff. Oxygen, the little red plants, right? Okay, back in. There. Yeah, it's fun when you're on a building with slightly taller mountains, and then you can really have fun with this little guy, or one like it, because there are several that are really a lot of fun. Several exocraft I'm talking about, of course. Yeah. So I hope everybody's having a good start to their weekend. I am, I think. I think we were going to see a movie this afternoon. The theater. Perhaps we'll look into that later with family. Gotta make time for family. Family is everything. Boink, boink. The physics on this car, on this exocraft, are quite well. I would hesitate to say realistic, but man, they're pretty special. Fuel required, yeah, as always. So the more upgrades you put into your exocraft.
I might get a stream in tonight on my end. Start that career mode. Hashtag Catrian raid.
Oh, Catrian, how are ya? Welcome to the stream, raiders. Welcome to the stream. We're doing it. We're hoping to finish the stranded run. I've, as you can see, I got my my roamer. Oh, wait. Gotta get over here. Can I climb that, I wonder? Oh, I'm out of gas. Okay. Okay, that didn't work out. What the heck? Are we running out? Oh, we kind of are. We're down to our last stack. But you know what? Fortunately, I just saw a mess of oxygen up there. Big batch of oxygen plants. I'm wondering if I can climb this thing. I'll be damned. Vertical cliff. Oink. No problem. Okay. So here we go. We're going to replenish our stock of oxygen. That will keep us going a little bit further. Good. Toxic protection fall. Yeah, I know.
Hashtag the train raid.
Delta Creator, welcome to the stream. Okay, is one of my chats is behind the other? Is that possible? We got Warfy, we got Delta Creator. Welcome to the stream, folks. We're watching Stranded, and we're headed for that guy over there with our cool little roamer. I love it. Yeehaw.
Hashtag Catrian W raid.
Maxie. Yeah, Maxie, you're probably wishing I had Discord on here, eh? Yeah, Zero, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I'm already I already have enough of a hard time with the chat as it is. If there was people speaking to me, oh my god, this would be a total wreck. Total train wreck. But thank you for coming along for the ride there, folks. Literally for the ride. Appreciate it for sure. How many people we got in here? Wow, almost into the double digits. Yeah. It's like a little classroom.
Honestly, I kind of wish you brought Discord to be honest. Easier to keep track of your streams. No need for Discord. I can net block you quickly enough to each space to way. Also, it's actually not that hard. Trust me, to get you talking. Still with smiley face.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it depends, right? Younger people probably will have a tendency to adapt to certain kinds of things like that more easily than me. You know what they say, right? You can't teach the old dog new tricks, right? So I don't know about this old dog.
I'm 42 Marty's face with some 6 out.
42. I'm old enough to be your dad. I'm old enough to be your dad. Let's just put it that way. Easily old enough to be your dad. Nevertheless, just having fun here. Chill stream with the...
That's still not that old face with tears of joy.
No, it's not. I don't consider myself old because I think I have a young mind. More or less. I mean, in certainly some aspects. I like to play games. Maybe I'm just childish. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm just childish. There's a difference, right? Being young of mind and being childish. It's all good. It's all good. I don't think I'd be doing this if I wasn't retired. Let's just put it that way. I wouldn't have the time. This is a time. This is a time sink, or a time toilet, or whatever you want to call it. You have to invest a lot of time in this in order to do it. I mean, everybody that wants to do this wants to do it with some reasonable, deliver some kind of quality, right?
I explained to my mother that her constant playing games on her phone means she too is a gamer faced with emails rolling on the floor laughing.
In fact,
she's just a phone gamer face with some out.
That's right.
Smooth voice Marty, #Marty gets the sickly face with tears of joy. Hello, this smiling face with sunglasses.
Hits the good weed, yeah.
Smiling face with smiling eyes.
I haven't had good weed in 30 years. My kids are shocked. Right? What? You had weed? What?
Technology recharge.
Shock of the day. 30 years, yeah. Doink. Mm-hmm. This thing's so much fun. Okay, okay, we're still over 2 hours away from this thing. So, hopefully I timed this correctly. And I'll be able to get there before the end of, scheduled end of this stream. I hope I did. I really want to get to that ship. Or any ship, really. If I find another crashed ship around, we're going to take that. Okay, so there's another building down there. There's another shelter by the look of it. I'm just going to get out and do a scan. I should have been doing this all along periodically, but this is getting out and scanning is very time consuming as well. Because you got to get out and you got to get your scanner out. There's the portal. Ancient ruin. There's where we're going.
I want to add that quote is this place with tears of joy.
Built to one's permission. Haven't had good weed in 30 years. Up to you. Not going to tell you not to. Not going to ask you not to, of course. I can't tell you what to do. Okay, that way, right? Sometimes it's not easy to see on this thing. I don't think there is a first-person point of view. It makes it even harder to see. And that's, oh, do I not have? I don't have this guy on first-person PV. Quick key. But yeah, what you see is you see much less terrain, and you see cockpit, really. Some of the dials and stuff, which are, well, I guess useful to some extent, but I'm not looking for the dials and stuff. I'm looking for the landscape. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of fun driving
I
this thing.
won't. If you don't want it posted, there's no hard feelings.
No, you, whatever, I don't care. Do whatever you want. It doesn't have really much effect on me. Oh, I see a building over there. That is it's an observatory. We're going to go over and harvest some more materials over there, I think, if we can. So the idea is to find a crashed ship. Now we've found one. We found a location of a crashed ship. So that's what we're making our way to right now.
In that case, through face with tears of joy.
Bah, screwed, nothing. See, this guy just kind of spawned right in front of me and I ran him over. That's not fair. Okay. Let's do this again. Nothing in the first building. Seems to be par for the course on this planet. Here we have the nanites, the researching specimens. That will increase your standing amongst the local dominant life form. In this case, it's Gek. Alrighty, let's see.
Bye, everyone.
Delta Creator, thanks for popping in. Smash that like button on your way out if you don't mind. That would help, maybe. Although it's not really amongst my aims currently. I may. I'd hate for this to turn into a job.
Later, don't
I retired from my job for
Why
a
don't
reason.
the angel face?
I wasn't interested in
I
stress.
did Marty and all with you. My lead face.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry, Delta Creator, right? Delta's mom. She often comes on board here and cheers me on. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. As does Delta. Delta raids me often in the evening.
Welcome to my home base. Let's tell live.
What's that over there? That looks like something over there. You know what? There's one way to find out. Into photo mode. Yeah, there's nothing over there. A couple of holes in the ground. So you go into photo mode and you can go, well, what is it, 90 units, 90 meters up, 90 meters across in a dome kind of thing. Okay, back to it. Oh, look what we got here. Got some carbon starters. That's helpful.
Delta Mama is here to encourage you. I'm here for different reasons. Face with tears of joy. I aim to escape face with tears
Of course you do. You're like the leprechaun in the group, right?
Protection.
Being Irish and everything, right? So you were saying this morning on Katrin's stream that you're very, very close to the border with Northern Ireland, eh? Have you ever read the book Trinity? And if so, I'm just curious as to your thoughts on it. Just as a quick aside there, that's one of my favorite books. I have no clue as to its, historical accuracy or whatever you want to call it. I think the author, Leon Uris, did draw on some historicity, if you want to call it that. But it's obviously it's a work of fiction, but there are definitely some elements of fact
Right on the border. Haven't read it. What's it about?
Fuel.
I won't spoil it for you, but if you do read it, you may find it relevant to your situation. Let's just put it that way. Leon Uris, of course, wrote several really good books. I think in the 60s and 70s, maybe. Still going north. Yeah, I don't pride myself in reading a lot, but I gotta admit that the books that I have read I have enjoyed immensely. Okay, what we got down here? Let's put that up here. I think we got several other ones here. Yeah. Too bad we can't use that to charge our exocraft engine. Okay, so we got all kinds of this stuff. Condensed carbon. We'll start getting into that for charging this thing now. Batch of this stuff. Oh, here's another source of oxygen that you can tap into. These guys here, you can actually grab the little red pods off these guys and then harvest with your mining beam. If you harvest the little red pods, you'll get a lot more oxygen out of those hazardous flora. These little plants make wonderful obstacles too. Okay. Let's keep going. Sometimes it's hard to see where you're going in this thing.
Interesting title. I live in a town that has 3 rivers that meet. The 3 is prevalent here due to religion and the Holy Trinity.
Right. Is the Shannon one of those? Just curious. Shannon is a river in Ireland, isn't it? Saying she would love to go to Ireland. I wouldn't mind going there too, actually. Seems like such a mystical, fun place to visit. Ooh, almost went into that chasm. Gotta time my jumps with the engine, the boost here, so that I can get better air time. Not easy though. Because of course your boost, like I said earlier, if you don't have very many upgrades on your engines, your boost will only last for a brief moment. And oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not all that familiar. As you can tell, I'm not all that familiar with Irish geography. Okay, stop. Get out and check this out. Damaged machinery. So these things here are usually associated with damaged machinery. You can get salvage data, as you can see there. I got 3.
GeoGuessr.
Yeah, GeoGuessr. Rafi, daughter of mine. She knows about GeoGuessr, and she knows what I'm like with GeoGuessr. That used to be a fun game. That used to be a fun game too, until they, well, a fun activity. It's more of an activity than a game, but it used to be a fun activity until they started limiting it and charging for it and blah blah blah. As as you would expect, right? When something is doing really well, then you can start thinking about monetizing it, right? Monetizing. It's not really on my radar. I think YouTube's monetization requirements are a little steep for my liking. Not that it's never going to happen, but it just seems like so much work, And it is. It's a lot of work. Yourself out there.
I like watching the GeoGuessr on YouTube. The historical city.
Okay. Oh, we got another building. What do we got over here? Is that all we got? What's this down here? Just damaged machinery? I think it is, Yeah. Where's the building? Building is more in line with our current destination. Looks like a manufacturing facility or an abandoned building. One of the two. Don't see any. Oh yes, I do. There's one right there. That's a quad. That's a quad Sentinel. This is a some kind of manufacturing facility, or whatever. It's secured. It's a secured facility. That door is locked, bolted shut. If you wanted to get in there, you'd have to break your way in. And these guys would be on you like stink on what. So we're just going to bypass that.
I'll keep the screen running.
Thanks, Maxie. Oh, out of gas again. Alright, so I said condensed carbon, right? Oh, wow, another building. Look at that. Right next to this one. Oh, interesting. Hey, what else we got in the neighborhood? Can I actually get on? We got some ships going by there. Okay, so we come from... There's the portal. An unknown building. So this is the one we were just at. There's another building right over there. And there's another building right... Well, shelter right here. Oh. Now, an unknown building right over there. That could easily be a crash ship. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. Because that's basically how crash ships are identified initially in this game. So let's go over and see what that is. Now I said over this one, right? 500 and something meters. Didn't take too long. In this thing, we're going a lot faster in this thing than we would if we were walking. So yeah, and we're in a different region of the map as well. Oh, that's it there. That in fact is another manufacturing facility. And there are a couple of drones surrounding it as well. There's one right there, and there's another one right there. So that is also secured and locked, and good luck getting in without getting blasted to oblivion. Yeah, this little roamer's a lot of fun. I don't think I time my jumps very well though. Not necessarily. This doink should be able to just kind of fly off. If I had better boosters. Oh, look what I found! Right over here. Come on, come on, come on! Get out, get out, get out, get out! There we go. So one of the rules that and wow. Okay, so here's a double bonus. This is a drop pod, and you can harvest the drop pod for its exosuit expansion slot. Okay, we're gonna just put that away. What's in here? Viking dagger. If you were on a Viking planet, that dagger would be what you would need to use to activate the monolith to show you where the portal is, I believe. So this guy, okay, this guy we need antimatter housing, we got. Sodium nitrate we have. Carbon nanotube we do not have. I think we have enough carbon to make one, however. Now let's put that dagger over where the other one is. Here. Just to make that space. Now, again, we have all kinds of oxygen. Okay, anyway, carbon nanotube, right? This here. Squirrel. Squirrel. Okay, so now we can apply the upgrade to our exosuit, which is an inventory slot. Just makes things a little bit easier for carrying things, right, of course. Now, up the hill here, we have a sentinel pillar. We're going to go up and deactivate the sentinels. That's going to make our life a little bit easier, I think. Should. That's the plan, anyway. We're going to just go up and see what multi-tool we have inside the box here, too. So let's go ahead and talk to the terminal. Cut down the sentinel forces. So that should make things a little bit easier for the next couple hours of the stream. And now we'll extract the weapons technology. We have an A-class weapon. This thing is free, so we're just going to grab it. I think you can have 6 at the one time. I don't know if that's changed or not. I'm going to need to log off here. What I'm going to do also is harvest the rest of the materials here. So the sentinels, the walker and stuff that was around, they've offed themselves graciously. I'm going to change to my weapon. I'm going to take out the control nodes here. There's 3 of them. Pillar control node. That, as you can see, you also harvest materials from doing that. Potential upgrades for your equipment, whatever equipment you have. We're going to dump this stuff again. I think we already have some rusted metal in our exocraft. And I did find this thing, the level 1 Atlas Pass, which allows us to harvest those red and black barrels. So, okay, what did we just get here? Well, we just got some of these, salvage glass. They turn into various things like this. Sentinel exosuit fragment, which is this thing here, these 2 things up here. That's what they are. I got no room up here in my exosuit, so I'm going to put that in the exocraft. And I got 2 empty slots over here, so I'm really starting to hurt for space. This thing here also goes on the exocraft. And you can see that I have 3 of these now. And by deduction, you should be thinking, yeah, Marty, this is the 3rd pillar that Marty has encountered. You would be 100% correct. The pugnium We'll put that over there. You know what? I don't think I need more than 2 stacks of that. I don't think I need any of it, actually. But, all right, anyway, in any event, let's just keep going. Actually, before we go, I'm going to do a quick 360 just to see if there are any other buildings. There's the drop pod we just harvested, shelter we were at, and of course Sentinel Pillar, minor settlement 10 hours away. We did uncover that with a Sentinel, beacon. Yeah. Oh, back into the cave. Sometimes it's hard to see where it is you're going to land, right? So I was just about to say a couple of minutes ago before this Sentinel Pillar deal that that's one of the rules in this challenge, is that if you get stuck in a cave, that's the only, or if you glitch out, those are the only 2 circumstances under which you can recall your exocraft. You can't just walk away from your exocraft and then recall it. Or you, anyway, that's the rules of the challenge. I don't know why anybody would want to walk at any distance from their exocraft, because it's actually somewhat useful. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Gotta keep scanning around for a ship. And of course your exocraft, those knowledge stones, they're a hard stop for your exocraft. You can't just go through them. You can go through a lot of stuff, like some of this small stuff here. You can see it just vaporizes as you go through it. The bigger plants you cannot go through either. The caves you can get stuck in. Sometimes if you get into something a little deeper or whatever, you will have no way of getting your exocraft out of it. Oh. Fingers. Metal fingers. Do we actually have room? Yeah, I was just saying we don't really have room, eh? We got some gold here anyway. You know what? Let's just get out of here. One hour. Okay, so we've passed the 2-hour mark. We are within 2 hours of this crash ship. So that's good, because we are less than 2 hours away from the end of this stream. So that's awesome. We should be able to get there, grab that ship, and then go to the portal. And have some fun along the way with this awesome little thing here. Oh, that requires you to refuel every couple of minutes. That's crazy. Now that's, of course, having said that, you know, we don't run into another crash ship before then, right? Because if we do, well, then I'm probably going to grab that. Yeehaw! Wow. Oh, that's a long way down. Yeah, for anybody who has a fear of heights, turn your head now, please. We got that.
According to YT on my end, you've only been streaming for 1 hour so far. Marty smiling face with sunglasses.
That is absolutely correct. I start at 10 a.m. Eastern, and it's currently 5 minutes to 11. I start about 5 minutes early just to, you know, make sure everything's set up correctly. The sound, especially my fembot over there that enunciates the chat. That's I find that very useful. It means I don't necessarily have to keep looking at the chat. Where am I going? Going this way. Yeah, it means I don't necessarily have to...
Are you allowed to get a pet in this challenge?
Yes, you absolutely can. And as a matter of fact, that would probably facilitate... Words, Marty. That would probably facilitate matters to some extent. Because, of course, you could... especially if you could get a flying one. Or one that runs really fast, right? Because you could probably go faster with that. And of course, I think pets, you know, when you're on a pet, it doesn't use your energy to run, right? Or maybe I could be mistaken about that. But in any case, you could definitely go faster on a pet. Not as necessarily as fast as you would go on one of these things, but. But yeah, you can. I don't think there's anything in the rules that says no, you can't have pets. Now, pets are really fun too, for sure, right? They're an aspect, a fun aspect of this game too. I haven't used Exocraft extensively in the game. I know some people do. Some people swear by them, and you know what? Good for you, right? But they can be very useful for sure. For sure. And this challenge basically is it's not, you know, it's not necessarily meant for you to get used to using an Exocraft, because you know it's not rocket science. So, don't have to, what am I doing for sodium nitrate? 101, okay, so I'm not going to bother to stop for that. Got a lot of condensed carbon, there's condensed carbon there. I'm just going to keep going here. Get up on top of the hill here and do a scan, I think. Sometimes you can kind of see, if there's a crashed ship, you can kind of see the smoke billowing off it. But more often than not, you're kind of stumbling on those things. Alright, we're almost at the top here. This is one of the more fun challenges. There's a couple of other ones that were going around last year. The Fugitive Run. I think Beeble came up with all three, didn't he? The Fugitive, the Bounty Hunter, and the this one. Okay. That's where we're going. Let's do a quick 360 to see if there's any unknown buildings around. Damaged machinery, there's the portal. How far are we from the portal? 6 hours. Okay, so that's no longer a viable... Well, that's 6 hours on foot, I should stipulate. Because we...
You don't have to rule a pet as much as a car. Except with pellets.
Yeah, I think that is the case, isn't it? You do have to kind of give it pellets occasionally to keep it happy, right? But aside from that, yeah, this thing here is just a, you know, V8, right, or V12 in terms of fuel. Crazy. Fuel required. Fuel required. Yeah. No fuel. Condensed carbon. Okay. far can I fly here? Okay. What here? Double bounce, triple bounce. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, running over stuff does not harvest it, sadly. That would be so nice. Although you can equip your exocraft with the same stuff that you use in your multi-tool. So I could equip my exocraft with the mining laser. Matter of fact, you know what? That just makes things a little bit easier there, doesn't it? Advanced exocraft laser. Increase the power of the mining laser. Hey, why not? Okay, now we can harvest stuff directly from our exocraft, right? Yeah, there you go. But you have to refuel that too, so, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, right? You do have to refuel your multi-tool as well, occasionally. So, you know, no free rides. Yeah, so I guess I should kind of mention for anybody who's looking to do this, I did post the rules on my, there's an ancient building over there. I did post the rules in the description of the video. So there's that. These are fun things to build a base around too. I did one of those at one point. And, kind of fun. You know, you put up like an archaeological tent kind of thing. You know, then you have people running around, NPCs running around, pretending to do a dig. Power radar resonator critically damaged by hazardous flooring. Oh, dang, that's no good. There, here, and there. Okay, so hazardous flora affects your exocraft. Now, I suspect that might be the case, but confirmation. Pardon me, confirmation right there. So the mountains on this planet, they're not huge. They're fair size, but they're kind of more. They're not like straight up and down, right? Which is good. I don't think I would have been able to handle that. I really don't like mountainous planets. There were several expeditions where we spawned on mountainous planets, and it was really a chore to get up and down and stuff, right? And of course, when you first spawn, you don't have the top level jetpacks that you are so used to in your regular runs, right? So yeah, are we going to see a ship here at all? What's this over here? Can't see. It's a shotgun. That's it. Just a shotgun. Let's keep going. Where are we? Still 1 hour. So it's going to be around noon Eastern by the time we hit the 1 hour mark. Proximity to this crashed ship. Again, assuming we don't find another crashed ship in the meantime. Because if we do, sorry, but it's going to be a short stream. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to go back to that location where I saw the 3 sentinel pillars, but I'm not 100% sure how to get there. Now, of course, we're going north, so it should be south from where we are. That's those are all just assumptions. Minor settlement, yeah, 10 hours away on foot. So yeah, when you're on foot, where's the beacon? Right there, right?
Toxic protection.
Where?
Falling.
There, okay. 4 hours. You see, we're less than 2 hours away with the exocraft. We are less than 5 hours away on foot. So obviously the exocraft shortens your journey significantly by more than half. Awesome. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons I think
Fuel required.
Beebs had this feature built into the challenge, right? An interesting challenge, right? You're stranded on a planet, not quite sure how you got there, but you need to get out. You want to go home. So yeah, here's what you can do. Make an exocraft. Go to this exocraft, like I mentioned earlier, has the ability to find a monolith, which will allow you to locate a portal, right?
Recharge. Technology recharge.
What are we doing here so far? Okay, we still got almost 3 stacks of condensed carbon. Good. We're good for a while, I think, for gas, for fuel. Yeah. So, like I said, what was I mentioning? What was I saying before my old mind began to rot? Yeah, that was part of the design, was to not have you walking around the planet like for hours on end, right? Instead, you would drive drive around the planet for hours on end. It's fun too. Right? I've done no starter ship runs, aplenty, so kind of more or less familiar with that. Those are a bit of a challenge. They're not too challenging for me. Being an old gamer with little manual dexterity left and terrible eyesight. There's another one of our toxic plants. Just half expecting them to destroy more of my technology. Stop. One right there. To try to avoid crashing into them, but like I said earlier, they keep spawning like almost right in front of me, right? So not so easy. Okay, we're in a different region of the planet already. I heard that little jingle. No, that's not it. Okay, we should be able to see around. F key, right? Unknown building. What? We missed that?
Toxic protection. Falling.
I'm gonna have to go back and see what that is. And this is... That's a beacon. Yep, that's a beacon. That will help you find a minor settlement, unless you've already located one, using a beacon. Then, of course, it's not going to be useful to you. It's just not going to work. It's not going to find you a second one, I should say. Now, what was up here? Okay, we got another secure... Nope, that's not secure. That is a... Yeah. Telescope. Dish. It's an observatory. Anything down here? building. Still unknown. I'm staring right at it. It is still unknown. You'd think the game would know. Oh, you've seen this building? Then you know it's,
Falling.
Right. Alright. Okay, let's keep going. This way. Huh. Animals spawning right in front of me and dying subsequently. And being run over. I don't really like doing that, but you know what? Fortunately, it is just a game. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those little remote control vehicles that you used to get. You know, you can run them around your yard and stuff. And I guess you can still get those. Right? A lot of people are getting drones now, of course, flying remote control vehicles rather than the boring little ones that are terrestrial. Right? These are still fun. If I press the accelerator, I will go in the direction I'm looking. If I don't, I should keep going in the same direction and be able to look around. Journey milestone. Traveled how far? Undying. Destroyed 40 sentinels. Oh, you know why? Yeah, exactly. So this is another secured facility down here. This is a resource depot or something like that. What is it? Resource depot. Okay. And of course, this used to be a sentinel. It's offed itself graciously for our harvesting requirements. We got a save, chart beacon, a little bit of loot, and of course the 5 silos in the middle. They will contain pretty valuable materials. Radon, not so much. Thermic condensate? Oh yeah, baby. Thermic condensate's pretty expensive, I think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think that's more than a stack. And we got this stuff here too, the ancient data structure. Gold. Agno gold. Inventory full. Dang it. Uranium. Okay, so time to transfer some stuff up to the ship. Can't open that up. We got an extra one. Okay. 300 is the stack limit in this mode. So I think we've reached our limit here, so probably not going to be much point in running around looking for various things. Do we have some of this? We do not. Not that we need it, but it might have been nice to grab some. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of some of this. Probably don't need that. So a landed pilot or a location with a galactic trade terminal would be really useful right about now. Very, very useful. Let's put that here, that here. For shits and giggles, of course. Nothing else. We've got a blank spot there. 2 down here. Yeah, so we're looking to dump off some stuff now. Oh, there's more. There's more containers here. But why not, right? Now we probably don't need tons of this stuff, so I'm going to free up that. What else did we just pick up? Not sure. Hard to say. This condensate won't fit. Yeah, still requires an extra slot. Okay, no big deal. Still got a free one there. 4 free ones here. All right, let's keep going. We're not going to be doing the stuff here. Yahoo! What did I just collect? Biker. Traveled 30k. So that's a long way. That's on foot too, right? I think.
Fuel required.
Fuel required. Yeah, we're running out of fuel here in a second. There we go. Getting condensed carbon again. Animals spawning right in front of me. Dang you. Suicidal animals. Hey, crashed freighter right there. Can't take that and fly away, unfortunately. I wonder if they'll ever put that in an update. Yeah, those crash freighters, you can fix them and then use them. That'd be too much, wouldn't it? Be still, my beating heart. Now, you would also think that maybe if there's a crashed freighter around, there are some crashed ships, but very rarely the case. Yeah, there's nothing. Crashed ships and traveler graves, right? But for some reason, people just didn't get buried. I guess they all died or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to go in there. I'm going to try to focus on this guy. Stress beacon as much as I can without squirreling too much. There's another facility there. And boink, you see the sentinels just dropped out of the sky. I'll get this because this is useful. That's what happens when you deactivate the sentinels on a planet through a sentinel pillar. If you get close to a secured facility, such as that resource depot we just passed, or this manufacturing facility, you can, of course, harvest the goods, right? You know what? I'm going to pass because we are very, very low on inventory space, and it's not like we're going to be able to oh shit. This is useful. This we can't necessarily just forego because this is fuel for our exocraft. And if we're 2 hours away or an hour and a half away from our objective, we're going to need more fuel. We have an archive. Okay, so there's another little kind of a building right there. It's more of a stick in the mud, but anyway. Archives. There's where we're going to get rid of some stuff. I mentioned a few seconds ago we were looking for a building with a trade terminal or landed pilots or something. Yeah, this is one such building. You can just get out here, go up top, get up the trade terminal. Wait a second. I might want to get rid of some stuff that's in here too. You are, if you go too far away from your ship or your exocraft, you won't be able to access its contents. So what I'm going to do is transfer some of this stuff over here in order to sell it. Yeah. Guess I could sell some of, you know what? Nah. I don't know what else I want to sell there. I could sell it all, but for what? Let's sell all this stuff down here. Actually, sell that too. There. Whoops. Where you going, Marty? Yeah, you can't go up there with that thing. There's a vendor right there. I could easily sell him stuff, but we're gonna do it here instead. So salvage data, I said I would sell. Navigation data, I have lots left on the exocraft and thermic condensate. There you go. That should free up the whole bottom row pretty much, right? Just about. Okay. And of course it's topped up our units total to
I tuned in just in time to see a test these tools driving. Morning, Marty.
road test. Yes. Yes. Morning, Rob. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, so this challenge, if I may repeat myself, reiterate, I should say, this challenge is called Stranded, and you're a stranded pilot, as you are in pretty much every okay, how am I doing for oxygen? Three stacks, eh? Plus almost 4. Yeah, you know what? That's a bunch of oxygen right there. I'm gonna just bypass that. Yeah, in this challenge, you're a stranded pilot. You need to get your way back home. Get your butt back home. So the rules are, and they're posted on my on the description here. You crank up the difficulty to the extent where you can still have access to the blueprints, because you need.
Last night, Rob, it worked wonders. My mouth and throat stayed mostly moist all night for part.
Okay, that's too much information there, Zero, but anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Water on the heater works great. My little face, sunglasses.
Yeah. Yeah, it, you know, depending on what kind of heating you use in your home, you could easily encounter problems with dry throat and so on. I know with our central forced air, we do have some issues with humidity. Well, I have to run a humidifier, a dehumidifier, pretty much all summer here, because the humidity goes up like 90, 85, 90% all summer. But it drops to like 40 in the wintertime here. It's quite dry in the wintertime. I don't humidify. I think my daughter does, because she's kind of, you know, a little less.
Yeah, I have electric radiators, so my air is dry in here.
Yeah.
This is going to space.
Yeah, that.
Sometimes you just need an old timer who sells a winter air to help you out zero. Glad it helped.
Yeah, absolutely. Electric heat is, I wouldn't say by far, but it certainly is probably the worst for drying out your air. But yeah, there are things you can do for sure. Some are more expensive than others, and I guess Rob's solution was inexpensive, but functional. You know, it worked, right? So, hey. Exocraft's getting smashed here. Yeah. So the objective here. Oh, I'm out of fuel. Okay. Let's just refill that. The objective here is to first. Well, you're going to walk away. When you spawn on a planet in this game, you are always issued a ship, a starter ship. But in the challenge that I've been doing over the last 6 or 8 months, it's always kind of like a permadeath challenge where you walk away from your first ship. You can use it. You can kind of sell it or exchange it for a new one or a different one, and that's what we're going to probably do. But you have to, you're walking away from your ship, right? So the first thing you need to do is gather the materials to make one of these things, an exocraft. And then you need to find a monolith. And this exocraft actually has the capabilities of finding a monolith if you equip the appropriate accoutrements. And let me just show what that is. Exocraft radar, see? If you activate that, you can absolutely find alien structures, of which a monolith is one. Once you find the monolith, the location of monolith, you go to the monolith, you activate it, and upon interacting with it a second time, if you interact with it adequately, it will show you the location of one of these things, a portal. And then you make your way to that. Now, where is that? Make your way to that and get your butt back to your home planet. Now, I just saw a building down here. I don't know what it is. The fellow that came up with this challenge also put in the glyphs that you need to put into the portal. Okay, so there's another little stick in the mud, but this one has a galactic trade terminal. That's the little ball to the left of the save and chart beacon. So where's the save? Oh my goodness. So there's the save and chart beacon, and that's the galactic trade terminal. We are allowed in this challenge to interact with those, fortunately. So you can gather materials for selling eventually, if you want. That will allow you, of course, to probably buy a better ship once you've found a crash ship. So I'm not sure if it's optional. It's hard to say from the rules. It says in the rules that you may, at this point, find a crashed ship and then fly to the portal. You may choose to, but what does that mean? Not exactly sure. Now, I have to say that Beeblebum made another run of his stranded challenge here yesterday. I think I saw him online yesterday doing that. So the rules may be tweaked to some extent from last week, from the rules I'm using. I'm using version 1 rules. Okay. Looking for a crash ship. We found this. The stress beacon should be a crash ship. So that's what we're headed for. And from there we will go directly to the portal and back to our home planet. So as you can see, it says 1 hour. What that actually means is less than 2 hours. And right now we're probably looking like an hour and a half, maybe.
Repeat demo sign, smiling face with sunglasses.
So we're just going to have a little bit of fun along the way with this craft here and looking for different things and, you know, doing the regular No Man's Sky stuff, right? Not the regular stuff, like the storyline stuff, but you know, just cruising around, looking at things.
INPA D3RD on a D demo sign, smiling face with sunglasses.
Welcome back. Hope you had a pleasant exchange of culinary delights, Maxine. You didn't get a chance to look into Trinity at all, did you? I thought it was a very well written book. I'm not an expert, but by no means, but I thought it was a well written book. Fuel required. No, right? This thing is just sucking the fuel down like crazy. Fortunately, the planet provides. You have no worries about finding fuel for your exocraft at all. It's everywhere. So no worries about that. Let's go over here. Get out and do another scan. So my original ship is over there.
Didn't search for city.
This
I
is...
was busy.
Oh, that's fine.
Adjusting my
No
face
worries.
and watching the screen face.
Of course.
Tears of joy.
Yeah, of course.
Falling.
No worries. Do that on your own time, if you want. Of course, obviously. I just thought, since you're Irish, you might appreciate the work. I'm not really sure what oh, fusion? What? Out of fuel again. I'm just rolling down the hill here. Yeah, I'm really not up with what the political climate is like in Ireland now, but suffice it to say that that book is deeply entangled with that particular theme, as it might have been probably a century ago.
By taking one of my battleships to sea while watching Marty's smiley face.
Battleships to sea. Is that World of Warships or something? Or yeah, not much flying going around in this playthrough yet. Actually, none. Zero flying. I haven't found a crashed starship yet. And sometimes you will see the smoke.
I'll check it out later. Thanks for the suggestion. I have to bail out. Delta is live, and I'm very late. Base with tears of joy. Thanks for the screen, Marty.
All right,
Thanks,
Maxie.
Cat waving hand sign, smash that like thumbs up sign.
Take care, Maxie. Thanks for popping in. And have a great rest of your day. And say hi to Delta for me. Yeehaw! This thing is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Okay, we're in a different region here, and I just saw, excuse me, I saw a building over here. That looks like another secured facility. So let's go over here and see what's up. Yeah, you see the two green barrels over there, the glowing green barrels. That would have been the sentinels that gave themselves up. There's one, there's two. We have a little bit of loot. May as well grab that. And this guy, so I did mention before we hit the sentinel pillar and disable the sentinels, I did mention that this guy is doors locked, right? Bolted shut, but you can break in. If you don't disable the sentinels, they will be on you when you start beating down this door. But inside, you'll have, some stuff, right? You'll have, depending on the life form and the building and so on, you will have a terminal inside this secured facility. There's a problem inside. You have a choice of what you need to do. A large dial features prominently under the readout. It appears to control the system's materials input. So I didn't read the rest of it, but I think it was in the other language, so I probably wouldn't have been able to understand it anyway. And we have to try to get the alarm off here. Now it's one of these three options. I'd like to do it properly, but if I cheat, I can get the answer online, because All the answers for these puzzles are online and on the No Man's Sky wiki, so you can cheat if you want. We're going to go with increased levels. And it looks like the alarm is shut off, so we're going to get an option of what to do next. Normal operations have resumed and have access to the facility's main control panel. So we can get nanites, we can get a multi-tool expansion slot, or we could learn a new recipe. And here's where I got the Atlas Pass the first time. There are 2 pages of recipes. These blueprints we got because all of the blueprints are uncovered. Yeah, so you know, you can grab other blueprints. For some strange reason, the game didn't give me. The game did not give me the blueprint for these things here, the Atlas passes. Anyway, I got it now. Okay, that goes over here. What else do we got that we can migrate? Nope. 3 stacks of those. You know what? If we have 3 stacks of those, probably don't need that one. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's keep going. So there's a little 2 or 3 minute interlude here. And we're going this way, so let's get moving. So I think because of my little bit of extra time after the stream last week, we may time this just about right where we're going to find the ship and then head to the portal and end the challenge. Right about when my stream is scheduled to end in about an hour and 20 minutes. So here's another one of those beacons. This, if you haven't already located one, this will help you find a minor settlement. Minor settlement has a landing pad. It also has a vendor, which can sell you technologies, specifically a piece of technology for your exosuit, for your multi-tool, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. But he also has some materials that you can buy off him if you're looking for materials to craft various things. Yeah, I'm going to try to have the presence of mind to, which is a real challenge for me. I'm going to try to have the presence of mind to be looking for okay, that's just a stick in the mud. I'm looking for a crashed ship. I'm going to try to have the presence of mind to stop every 3 to 5 minutes to look, because I know we have one here. We have one for sure, right there. But it's still over an hour away. So if I can find one before then, well, you know what? So be it, right? We'll do a few other fun things with our ship instead of just doing this for another hour and a half. Not that this is bad. It's just, you know, it's kind of tiresome after a while. You know, wine. Okay, we're right over here. Yeah, so the crash ships are not exactly plentiful. They're there for sure. You will find any number of crash ships on a planet. That's just the nature of the game. Just fly over. Fuel required again. Really? just love doing this. Another ancient ruin. Oh, I was about to go up the ramp there and see if I could do that, but stopped short by my... What are we doing? Okay, starting to run low on condensed carbon. And a lot of oxygen. Can I do this, I wonder? Nope. Okay, move on. Oh, am I stuck? Can't go up there. It's all good. Whatever. It's impossible to see when you're going down the hill. Impossible to see around you. I think I mentioned earlier, sometimes if you look around you can see the smoke. If there's a crash ship near you, you can see the smoke billowing up. So, I also mentioned that closing in on my second anniversary of this streaming adventure of mine. And I'm thinking of a few things. I'm thinking of diversifying into other titles. I'm also thinking of adding a couple of new features to my stream. So yesterday I've been paying for a Spotify account for my daughter for a while now. So what we did is we went into Spotify Premium for an extra $6, I think. And I'm going to be looking for some instrumental. Oh, look, another observatory. I'm going to be looking for some instrumental music to perhaps lay into the background of my streams, just so, you know, perhaps we'll integrate some of that. If, as time permits, and my resourcefulness, I guess. Okay, so we just came into another area of the planet. You can see up in the top left there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out and I'm going to do another little hand scan around. There is probably going to be some new buildings. There's one right there.
Toxic protection.
There's one back there. Oh, I think that might be... I was going to say that might be the observatory we just went past. But you know what? Not entirely sure. Seems like we came from that way, not this way. I think the building is right here. Oh, it did say unknown building, so yeah, okay. Another stick in the mud with a galactic trade terminal. Are we looking at getting rid of stuff? Not just yet, eh? No. Okay. Well, what about this building over here? What is this? I don't see any smoke. It's probably not crash starship. But we do have this technology module which yields salvage data. Salvage data. 52,000 each. And you get 3 or 4 every time. Definitely worth your while. Stop and gather that if you're looking for income. That is one easy way of procuring such. We got another stick in the mud here. This one has nothing on it. There's no terminal. There's no heavy machinery. Nothing. I thought I saw something down here. Not so much. But we're headed there. Less than an hour. So, okay. I think we'll probably get there before. Yeah, we will likely get there before stream is scheduled to end, which will mean that we will be able to do some of the other stuff I was hoping to do, like go back to the triple pillars that I saw last week. Sometimes you'll just find those things, right? Sometimes, you know, stuff will spawn random. Well, stuff always spawns randomly, but sometimes you'll get things that will spawn fortuitously for you, and other times, well, you'll be looking for days. Well, hours, at least. So we are less than an hour away from this guy. By my calculations, it'll be probably 12:55 by the time we get there. So, fortunately, our exocraft booster really recharges really quickly. You can see it on the bottom right there. There's oh, now I'm completely out of fuel.
Technology recharge.
Go. All right. 54 minutes. Yeah, so I think, you know, whatever, if we find a ship... Whoa! Oh, I just fell into that chasm again. That's the danger with this thing, right? You don't know where you're going to land sometimes when you're falling off a blind hill, like here, right? Right here. You know, I could easily be falling into a deep cave here. Which would just mean I would have to recall my ship, my exocraft, from outside the cave. Really. I should demonstrate that, just for shits and giggles. Some oxygen over there. I don't think we have enough to make it another 45 minutes. Just fell off the edge there. And another area of the planet. Yeah, so the planet has, you know, is divided into a bunch of areas, right? And I think what happens is each area has its quota of spawns, buildings like this one. This is an abandoned building. Okay. It has a chart beacon right over there with some loot, but the doors are open on this building. The doors, as a matter of fact, there are no doors, and we can see that right here. There's no doors. Everything's beat up. These nests, you can attempt to harvest them. If you do. Let me just get one to show you. So I need my mining beam. That would be this guy. So if I hit up one of these eggs, I'm not near a door, so I'm probably going to have to run up there. Just watch what happens. So I'll get one of these, but I will also trigger these guys. These guys are nasty. They spit acid at you. So, trying to destroy them with my shotgun, but they keep popping out. At some point, they will stop popping out. The swarm will subside. And okay, so what else do I have here? Do I have a... Nope. Only got scatter blaster. It's the only weapon. It's a good weapon. It's more like a shotgun, so closer range kind of weapon, right? Swarm subsiding. Okay, so there you go. After a while, the swarm will subside, and you can make your way. Now, these things, the larval cores, you can refine them into nanites, which is what some people do. It's one source of nanites. Each one will give you 50 nanites, and then you just dump that into your inventory. It goes up here into your total number of nanites. It doesn't actually go into your inventory as such. So that's a good thing. You've freed up some inventory space by doing that. And you got some nanites. Nanites are a form of currency. You can use them to purchase upgrades or technology for your equipment. Wow, this is a rough part of the landscape right here, eh? That is a bit of a dip there too, yeah. Almost got stuck in. I'll probably will get stuck in a cave. So this is a plaque. I don't think it's not a monolith. Ancient plaque, yeah. So you can get language or some other moderately useful information from those items. I'm not going to bother. I don't really need it. What I need is to get my butt over to this thing. Stress beacon. And there's another crashed freighter. Look at that. Right there. Oh. Interesting. No crashed ships associated with that, is there? It would not normally be, but who knows? Minor settlement that we found earlier last week. There's an unknown building right there. That could be a crash ship. Who knows? I don't.
Toxic protection. 40.
There's the portal we need to go to after. Alright, let's see. What is this? What is this mysterious unknown building? Oh, it's a beacon. The beacon for a minor settlement. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. One of the streamers that I watch was wondering why programmers would focus on creating all this foggy stuff rather than improving the actual quality of the game. It can be argued that that does improve the quality of the game, but it can also be argued that it decreases the quality because it requires your system to have additional resources to render that stuff, right? So, you know, depends on what side of the fence you're on, I guess. If you got a top of the line system and you don't really care what, you know, what they add in, then maybe you don't care and you enjoy those kinds of things. Otherwise, you may be irked. But programmers will, that's what they will call improvements, right? Fair to say. I'm not on, I'm on the fence. I'm not, you know, debating one side or the other there. just trying to explain where you might fall depending on your situation. Out of gas again. This thing just sucks up the gas like crazy. And you can mix and match if you start. If you don't have enough of one item to fuel your engine, you can certainly fall back to a second item, which is what I just did. I didn't. It's not that I didn't have enough. I just chose to top it off with some oxygen rather than going into my last stack of condensed carbon. Because I think that's what I got left, right? One more stack. Yep, right there. This guy down here. Okay. 47 minutes. So yeah, I'm guessing 12:45 right now. Really depends on if we take any serious side trips, or if we find a crash ship beforehand. So I just fell into a cave there, but I was able to get my craft out of it. Yeah. The more I use the boost, the quicker we'll get there too. So, this is fun toy. Imagine doing this in real life. I guess a lot of the people I grew up with used to do this kind of stuff. Where we had, well, we were not city folk, let's just put it that way. And there was a lot of wilderness around to partake in these kinds of activities. So yeah, that's down here. Another one of those beacons. Yeah, ATVs and motorbikes in the summertime. Dirt bikes mostly. Right? If you're going to do this stuff, you're going to be on dirt bikes. You're not going to be on street bikes. And in the wintertime, of course, skidoos. Right? Not so much ATVs, but skidoos. We had tons of snow where I grew up. So let's do another quick run around. It's the building we were at. It's the building we just passed. It's not really a building. It's thick in mud, I'd like to call it. And there's a building up at the top of the hill there. We should go check that out. It's kind of on the way. Well, no, it's not really on the way, but just on top of the hill. So you do have to be within a certain distance to pick up these artifacts here, like this thing. Unknown building. You do have to be within a certain distance. So that's another one of those plaques. Again, language, other information you can obtain from that. Depending on what you're looking for, you could easily avoid, or at least forego, those buildings. 43 minutes. 12:43, 12:44 I think. Depending on how this goes. Okay, I just saw, what did I just see up here? What? did I just see? Just saw something. I thought I saw a bunch of red crystals. Looked like more than that. Maybe that was it. Nothing else around, is there? Photo mode. Take advantage of that for sure. What do we got over there? Looks like a transmission tower. So that's the extent of your camera mode. You see this kind of grid dome that we're just activating? That's because I'm at the maximum height. That's what we just passed. Oh, that's weird. Okay. No biggie. So my boat. There. I think I'm headed. I don't know which way I'm headed. I'm gonna check out the building over here that I just saw. Yeah, I was saying that you have to be within a certain distance. You have to be within a certain distance of artifacts in order for them to show up on your scanner, whether you're in your exocraft or on foot, or in your ship for that matter.
What are stranded rules?
So the rules are on the description of my stream. Throttle Jockey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I posted them. I posted them in the description of my stream. Basically, it's a no starter ship kind of quasi permadeath challenge. And when I say quasi permadeath, it's permadeath except with a few settings tweaked otherwise. So you want to be able to have access to all the blueprints, which basically takes it out of permadeath mode. Because if you put it to permadeath mode, you won't have access to all the blueprints. The reason you need all the blueprints is to get this thing here, right? The exocraft. And so the first thing you do is you walk away from the ship, right? The second thing you do, the first thing you do is you survive, right? So you have to stay alive. Second thing you do is you walk away from the ship. Third thing you do is you find the materials to make to craft this thing, your exocraft. It should be a roamer, but I think I'm not sure if Beeblebum has changed that. I know he was playing yesterday. He did another run yesterday. I'm not sure if we finished it or not, but he was doing another run yesterday, and I don't know if he tweaked the rules or not. But I'm playing with the version 1 rules, which came out last Friday, 8 days ago, I guess, 8 or 9 days ago. So that's what I'm doing. And craft an exocraft. So with the exocraft, of course, you have this thing, the radar, right? Which allows you to find this thing, alien structures. If you keep poking at that thing, you will eventually find a monolith, which will allow you to search for a portal. And the premise, of course, is that you are stranded on a planet which is not your own, and you want to get back home. So this is your way home, right? You get an exocraft, you find a monolith, find a portal, and I'm not sure if it's still optional or if it's actually a hard rule now that you have to find a crashed ship and then fly to the portal. That's what I'm doing. I have found a crashed ship. I had a transmission tower earlier last week, and I've discovered this ship. We're less than 40 minutes away, so I should be able to get this inside the boundaries of my 3-hour stream kind of framework. That's not a hard rule. I've gone beyond 3 hours for sure, but it might be nice to get that in today. So we're looking for this crashed ship. We're going to fix it, go to the portal, and head home. What have we got over here? So we have a minor settlement right here. This is one of the buildings I was talking about earlier. We're going to stop here for a break. Let's see. Yeah. Damaged machinery. Most often associated with these shelters. To my right, we got the buried technology module there, which we can just grab right off the ground. No need to dig, usually. Sometimes you do. Especially if the damaged machinery is on the side of a hill. Sometimes the buried technology will not be buried. It will be just kind of hanging out there in the open. Sometimes it will be buried like deep enough for you to have to dig for it. So we're going to dump the rusted metal today, and we are going to hit up the save and chart beacon. Now, minor settlement has a landing pad. Usually has a little bit of loot on the landing pad that you can get. It usually has a box out here too. And inside we have some carbon, which, worst comes to worst, will be handy in fueling our exocraft. As a multi-tool box. What do you got in the box, boys? Well, they have a B-class with a scatter blaster. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one there because we've also hit up a couple of Sentinel pillars where we found A-class multi-tools. We got this one, which I'm using for a weapon. And we have this one, which I'm using for a scanning and mining device. So that's plenty good for our needs right now. Like I said earlier, the minor settlements also have a vendor. He will have technology. There should be 2 items there of interest. Purchase blueprints. I have all the blueprints. I don't need that. And he has components. Depending on your needs, you may want some of these, specifically wiring looms, microprocessors, whatever else. I think we can make most of that. You cannot make wiring looms, so if you ever see one of these guys around or somewhere else that you can buy wiring looms, they are expensive, but they could easily be worth your while. Yeah, so here's some more stuff that's interesting. Exosuit upgrade chart. Those will allow you to find drop pods, which will, in fact, allow you to upgrade the number of slots that you have available in your exosuit. Galactic Trade Terminal, of course, you can buy stuff. All this stuff is for sale. We're not looking to buy anything, but we may be looking to sell. Let's sell this. Salvage data, 400,000 worth. And the navigation data, I think we got a stack or 2 stacks of that on in our exocraft, so we don't need that. Okay, that's the minor settlement. And we're just gonna keep moving here. Oh, you see what those ships are doing? They're going around in a circle. You know what that tells me? It tells me there's either an archive or a trading post right over there. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. Yeah, you see they're going around in a circle, right? They're in a holding pattern. That's what that is. So if you ever see ships doing this, you know there's one of those 2 buildings. Like they're flying around one of those 2 buildings. So we're just going to pass by up there. Just going to see what that is. We're not in a position to buy a ship from that location just yet because we haven't found our crash ship. Once you find your crash ship, you can upgrade it at one of those buildings. Up to you. Could be worth your while. Maybe not. We'll see. So yeah, this is a trading post. So yeah, some of the ships that were in a holding pattern are now landing. And is it going to identify it for me now? Yeah, look at that trading post. Okay. What else we got? Ancient ruin. Okay, let's keep going. Those are not hard to find. Once you get a ship and you put a economy scanner in your ship, you can locate trading posts. There's many on a planet. Probably one in every region. But in any event, so, and there we go. We've region of planet Mira, Duping post. So we've just crossed over into a different region here. So we're subject to a whole new set of spawns. Here's an observatory. Yeah. Over there, right? So 35 minutes away. Yep, I think we should have just about enough time to get to that broken ship. And apply a few fixes. And get to the portal, find our way home. I did say I might need to get on Beeblebum's website to get the coordinates of that we need to plug into the portal glyphs. Now, because we have access to all the blueprints based on the rules of the game, we have also access to all the glyphs. We don't have to find any glyphs, which is, oh wow, not again, eh? Which is another kind of bonus because if some of you are aware of the last two challenges that were put out, the Fugitive Challenge and the subsequent Bounty Hunter Challenge, part of those challenges were to find glyphs that you use, or at least a fugitive one. I'm not entirely sure about the Bounty Hunter, but here's another abandoned building with those eggs. Yeah, the fugitive run absolutely did require the player to find glyphs. I think the last iteration was 4 glyphs, and I did a run last fall, a fugitive run that ended up a week or two before Christmas. Those are on my channel if you want to just take a look at that. Here's another abandoned building. Wow. Lots of spawns here, right? Yeah, just a quick tip, if you're watching any of my videos, especially the stream videos, you could tweak the speed like 1 1/4 to 1 1/2, just so you're not sitting there for 3 hours watching me, boringly do this stuff. Right? I will, generally be chatting it up, but it might tend to be a little nauseatingly boring. I have another drop pod. Okay, let's see if we can pick up some of the materials over here that we need to dig it out. So life support gel we don't need for that. What's in here? More Viking effigy. And we don't need that. At least not for this. For this thing we need... we have room? Oh, we got lots of room. Can we put this over here? Why not? We need sodium nitrate, 10. We need carbon nanotube, and we need an antimatter housing. Good. We have all the materials to make those, so let's go ahead and fix all this and get another exosuit cargo slot. I should have almost put that in technology. If I find more, I'll put them in technology. But for now, we have another cargo slot. This exocraft is a lot of fun. Enjoying that. This would be bone jarring in real life, by the way. This kind of activity, oh my god. I wouldn't survive this in real life. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. I would not survive these kinds of shenanigans in real life, that I can assure you. Because I'm old. Because I'm old and fragile. Okay. So we're still headed to our distress signal. Now it said 1 hour away. That's because I was on foot there. I was outside my exocraft. And now, in my exocraft, let's just do this first. From within my exocraft, it should say...
I didn't know there were other types of cutters. It said that cutter looked more like a versus cutter you start with face. Here's no joy.
There are quite a few different types of multi-tools. This is the ones I'm using here are just general purpose multi-tools. With one of the updates, one of the recent updates, they introduced a different kind, the Sentinel multi-tools. There's also in the Sentinel pillar that we looted earlier, you have a possibility of finding a Royal multi-tool, which kind of looks kind of cool. Looks a little bit like the design of the exotic, some of the exotic spaceships, starships. And you can also get experimental multi-tools, which I think are a design of the Corvax life form. And you can also get alien multi-tools, which I believe are designed initially by the Viking or Viking, or whatever you want to call it, life form. We're running out of fuel again. Yeah, less than 30 minutes away to get sailing. We're almost done. Now the good thing is I do have a, and I would recommend you do this if you do this run. I would recommend you get the hazard protection module for the planet you're on, or your exocraft. Because if you don't, and that's this thing here, right? This thing here is the air filtration unit. It's actually the yeah, you see, you got 4, right? You got the hazardous, the toxic protection one. You got the radiation, cold, and heat, right? So whatever planet you're on, whatever hazard you're facing, I would strongly recommend you equip your exocraft with that. Because if you don't, your suit, you will be using up the hazard protection from your suit, which definitely is not optimal. Did I saw something down here? Maybe not. Yeah, using your suit's protection, and I mean using it, not just, you know, using it up, right? So you have to constantly recharge it. So you see how my hazard protection is dropping there? That green line, it's got 1 arrow pushing to the left. That's using up my hazard protection. And if I didn't have that hazard protection in my exocraft, then that line would be continuing to push to the to be smaller, basically, right? But you saw as I got into my craft, it regenerated my suit's hazard protection, and now the green bar is full again, right? in my exosuit. I don't think it erodes as long as I'm in my exocraft. diligently looking for ships around me, but it probably wouldn't matter too much because it's not like they're, you know, every 5 minutes you'll run into a crash ship anyway, right? There's going to be a bit of a... If I can find it, I'll show you what I was doing last week after the stream. I'll show you a couple of locations that I dug up, which would have made this stream much shorter, maybe, had I taken advantage of those. But you know what? The reason I'm doing this is because I want basically to... I want to go through the... I want to go through the steps, talk about what it is that I'm doing, and how I'm doing it, and so on and so forth. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for sure, but it's fun. This exocraft is just super fun. I haven't fallen hopelessly into a cave yet today, though, I'm surprised to say. Do we have any buildings nearby? Don't see any. Portal's way back there. How far are we from the portal now? 3 hours. Yeah, that'd be next week's stream if we had to go there using our exocraft. But we're not. We're gonna hopefully dig up this ship that's over here, 22 minutes away. And fly to the portal from there. I'm not even sure we're gonna trade up or anything. We may, depending on what time it is, we may just go straight to the portal and then get back to our home planet. There we go. That wasn't such a big area. I'm not really all that adept at exocraft utilization, but you have fun with it. Alright, so 20-something minutes away. 20 minutes. That would make it pretty much bang on 12:45. I hope I have enough fuel in it the last 20 minutes. Again. I think I might, but you know what? Shit's everywhere. Oh, and we can do that. I just remembered we equipped this exocraft with a laser, mining laser, but we don't even need to get out of our mining. We do need to harvest. We do need to get out to harvest certain things like oxygen plants. I don't think you can just. I don't think you can just harvest those from inside. Oh yeah, we are running low. Holy crap! Okay, so time to start mining with our exocraft. Looking for smoke. Looking for smoke. Don't see any. So smoke, sort of along the lines of this thing, because there's one of these next to next to pretty much every crash ship. So here we go. That's a good way to get condensed carbon without having to get out of your ship. So there's a cave we almost fell into. Got the little boost rocket on our exocraft here to get us out of those jams. But we haven't catastrophically fallen into a cave yet. Alright, so there's more smoke, but I suspect that's just damaged machinery. Yeah, on the side of a hill like that. Sure, that's what that is. Yeah. Now these guys are flying in a straight line, so they're not around a trade terminal or anything. I don't know how much I'm gathering here, but I'm pretty sure that stuff is going into my exocraft. It's not going into my exosuit. See, there it is there, right? Okay, inventory full. What? Really? Oh, it is too. Something else we've been harvesting on the side. Okay. Oh, get rid of that. So yeah, that's a darn good way to do this. If you're looking for efficiencies. There's something else down there. Looks like oh, that's another beacon. Minor settlement beacon. Yeah, those tall poles, they will lead you to a minor settlement. I'm pretty sure it's like 100% of the time. So if you are looking for a minor settlement, then you can certainly hit up those beacons. We were at a minor settlement a few minutes ago, so you know what the value of that is. You got the vendor, you got the galactic trade terminal, you got a multi-tool case, which you can use to upgrade your multi-tool. That will cost you if you want to upgrade your multi-tool. So just be warned that that could be an expensive proposition. Minutes. Or damaged machinery. I'm not really surprised we haven't seen another crash ship. Because they are rare. They're almost, I would guess, almost as rare as Traveler Graves. There's another building right there. That's a crash ship. That is a crash ship. Okay. Now the only thing is, if there is a... Can we highlight that? Oh, we can do that. Oh, okay. That's fine. If there is a pilot next to this ship, we won't be able to use it. We won't be able to take it. Because we can only take it if there's nobody around. We're going to go over and find out. And, okay, so here's how you tell if there's a pilot or not. This little round ball here, that's the distress beacon, right? If you see that, you can tell there's no pilot around. Now, usually, it used to be that when you looked at this with your scanner, it would tell you what kind of ship it is, like what class and so on. how many slots. But a recent update has kind of nullified that for some reason. So install ship tech. What are we going to get in here? Usually you get a blueprint out of these things. So we got a hyperdrive module. It's not a very good one. It's a C class. For those wondering, technology goes from C to B to A, and then S class is the highest level, unless you're looking at an X class module, which may or may not be better than your S class module. So here we go. We got all this loot here. We can take all the loot. We are likely going to need, well, we are going to need to fix the ship if we want to use it. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and take a look. We have an A-class shuttle. This will work perfectly for me. I don't know about anybody else out there, but this works fine for me. And so 2.5 hours in, we find a crashed ship. We can claim the ship. We don't have any other ones. We didn't even get the option to swap this out with the one we actually owned. Strangely, I didn't see that option. But anyway, that's okay. We have a ship now. Now we need to fix it. So we need a hermetic seal and a metal plate to fix the pulse engine. That's this thing. So we should have the blueprints for that. Hermetic seal and a metal plate. Okay, we're short ferrite dust. So we're going to get out and we're going to harvest some ferrite dust, I hope. These little rocks here. Some of these little rocks definitely have ferrite dust, so yep, there we go. That should be enough to make one of these and fix the pulse engine. The thruster, launch thruster, is not broken, so we can actually take off in this ship if we want. We need 50 chromatic metal to fix the shield. We should probably do that. And we should probably fix this too. Not that we're going to absolutely need... What am I harvesting here? Pure ferrite. Okay, good. Not that we're going to need a bolt or a photon cannon, but you know what? Never know, right? Is that enough? It's for this thing, right? Oh, it was enough. Okay, good. Yeah, what about the shield? 50 chromatic metal. How much copper do I have? Chromatic metal, sometimes you can find it in the wild as secondary materials on various rocks or whatever. But usually what you have to do is you have to refine it from something else you have. In most cases that will be stuff here, copper. How much do we need? We need 50. So we need 100 copper to refine 50 chromatic metal. And we do not have 100 copper. That's a little far, 817. There are copper deposits pretty much on every single planet. So it shouldn't be too much of a chore to find copper. There's one right there. Oh, if I'm trying to tag that deposit over there, but because my ship, that ship is in the way, I can't tag it. See, now I can tag it. Is there anything even closer than that? 486. And I think that's going to be about it. Okay, let's go over here. 138 is very, very close. Like right here, close. Right now, I don't know. This is a okay. So this is a mixture deposit. It's not a high density deposit. So we might be able to get 100 copper out of this, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we won't. The only way to find out is to mine it and find out. So you see we're getting mostly silicate powder, and there's some copper there. Okay. We are getting some copper, but the question is, are we getting enough? And
Galaxy
The answer
protection.
is
Falling.
yes, we are. Because we need what? We need 50 chromatic metal, so we need 100 copper, eh? Okay. I'm only going to do... I'm only going to refine 100 copper to 50 chromatic metal. That's all I want. Now we can take off in our ship. So, a word of advice: if you have anything in your exocraft that you want to hang on to, you should probably transfer it over to your ship. So this thing, this is a ship-based upgrade, as is this. Should probably put those over on the ship. For shits and giggles, here's some fuel for the hyperdrive. We're not going to need that, basically because we're not flying to another star system. Okay, so that is done. Let's push that over.
No free slots in suit.
Yeah, that's fine. Not worried about that. Starship, shields, repair.
Repaired.
And now the question is... Oh shit, this one's broken too. Egg nabbit. Did we get enough? No. You know what? Let's just leave that. Let's just put that here. Okay, we have shield strength 244. What if we reverse that? 254. So we'll leave it like that. We got these two things going for us. Our hyperdrive is also broken. Now, it mentioned something about these upgrades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down here, and I'm going to apply the pulse engine upgrade right here. Probably not even going to need the pulse engine because we're not going out into space, really. We don't need to. We're going to the portal. The thing is, this when you find a crashed ship, you see that there's a lot of these like crimson blocks, and that's all damaged. That's all damaged space, right? Even this shield upgrade here is damaged, and you can't move those. You can't take them and move them. You can take these, the ones that are fixed, and move them, but you can't take anything else and move it. Which is, well, it is what it is, right? So here's some fuel for our launch, this thing here, launch thruster. And I think we had some more here, just in case. Oh, that goes here. Tritium for the pulse engine. Like I said, probably not going to need that. Uranium also for the launch thruster. You can see right there what it says there underneath: energy, Starship launch fuel, or uranium. That's what you need to recharge your launch thruster. So these two things. That's not very much uranium, but you know what? We're probably not going to need it anyway. Sentinel weapon shard, that's for the multi-tool. This is for the exosuit. What else might we need on our ship? I don't think we need anything else, actually. Let's push this over here if we can, because that could be useful. Oh, we got a number of these. We got 2 of these, eh? Ah. Dang. Can I fix any of this? These can be fixed. These damaged locations here can be fixed. Yeah, it's too bad I don't have like 2 slots in a row here anywhere. Because it would be very useful to be able to 253 and 254. Yeah, these buff each other if they're next to each other like that. Be very useful to put on additional photon cannon. You know what? There's nothing stopping us from doing this either, right? Didn't add much to our photon cannons, but well, yeah, better than nothing. This goes here on the ship. This is hyperdrive fuel. Okay. This goes here. It's a hyperdrive upgrade, but again, our hyperdrive is not functional. And that's it. That's it. That's all we need. We can summon this exocraft when we need it, if we need it. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to grab everything I might need for the journey to the portal, which is going to be very, very quick, by the way. But first, I wanted to show you... Okay. We've got everything we need out of here. Let's get in here. We can now take off. So let's do that. And there's the portal. So, okay. Can I do this? No. Okay, what I like to do is change this over to first person. Or third person, like this. And then I like to fly in third person. There are a few circumstances where I feel the need to fly in first person. But right now I'd like to fly in third person. So obviously we're going a whole lot faster now than we were in our exocraft. Things are much, much closer. This thing was like 2 or 3 hours away on foot. In our exocraft, it's now 30 minutes away. There's ways to make that a lot shorter. What I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to go to this save beacon that I put down last week. It's 17 minutes away. So what we're going to do is we're going to make that trip a lot shorter by going out into space. And you can see we've just got out of the atmosphere, so we are in space. And in space, if you use your pulse engine to go to the target on the planet... Whoop, didn't even select the target here. So there's the save beacon I put out last week. Yeah, you see, instead of 20 minutes, it's now like less than a minute away, right? I'm curious to know what that crashed ship is that we found with the transmission tower last week. So last week at the end of the stream, at the end of my playthrough last week, after the stream, I also found this ship. So we could have, you know, if I wanted to have a really, really short stream today, this ship that I'm flying over now is crashed, so it would have needed to be fixed. But it's basically the exact same ship that I'm in now. It's an A-class shuttle with the same wing configuration and everything. And what happened was, before I found that ship, I also found where is it? Or roughly at the same time as I found that ship, I also found... Geez, where the hell is it? There. Oh, this. Right. So this is where we started today. This trading post, right? So basically, I was coming from... Oh, I can't see it in camera mode. I was coming from over there, which was the last known place that I was at. I was headed towards the portal. Oh, there's the glyphs on the bottom of the page, actually, the bottom left. That's where we are now. And I found this crash ship over here, wherever it is, over there somewhere. But I also found this. So I said, well, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to figure out next week if I'm going to go to the ship I just found, or I'm going to go towards the ship I just got in. And, of course... This is where we started. So we ended up going towards this ship here. This is the distress beacon that we still haven't dug out, right? And this is the ship that we found with the transmission tower, the one we're looking at the distress beacon in front of us here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of flying for 15 minutes over that way, I just want to see what that ship turned out to be, because I'm curious, of course. Aren't we all a little bit curious? Because this, if we hadn't have found the ship I'm flying now, this would have been the ship. Probably would have been the ship that we would have had to grab. It's probably again the same thing. We're in a GEX system, so chances are it's either a hauler or a shuttle. Probably not likely to be any other type of ship. It's possible. It could be anything really, but it's another shuttle. Basically the same as what I got here. And I will not be taking that one. But you can see that it's pretty much exactly the same as what I got here. It does have a beacon there, so there is no pilot, which means you can absolutely take possession of that ship. Now, so right now we're in a position where we can actually fly to the portal. So what I'm going to do is try to find that location where the oh crap, that's far. Where the three sentinel pillars were. Now there's the portal. There's the beacon I had. So that was probably like down here somewhere. Now we're looking in the dark. We're fumbling around in the dark here, so not sure we're gonna find what we're looking for. There is something immediately below me here, but I'm pretty sure it's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, so this is, yeah, that's an observatory. I won't be looking around here very long, I tell you. I'm not interested in fooling around too much longer. But there was a location on the planet here where there were 3 sentinel pillars very, very close to each other. There's a manufacturing facility that's... Okay. Okay, I think we might actually be close to it. Because these 2 things here, I think, look familiar. 2 archives, like, seriously, within throwing stone, within throwing distance of each other, right? And I think the pillars are on the other side of the hill here, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to go check that out quickly before I go to the actual portal and enter those glyphs and make it back to our home planet. Yeah, there was one. This may not be the location I was looking for, but it could easily be, because I remember there was a mountain, there were 2 archives, and there were several sentinel pillars just on the other side of the mountain. We'll use our scanner. I don't think that'll necessarily uncover it. It might. But it might not. Yeah, you know what? I did there is a... No, I didn't. Did I? I was just wondering if I recorded that or not. I know it's not in the stream from last week, because it happened off stream. I'm just wondering if I recorded it or took a picture of it or something. I think I did record it, but... we're in the right general location here. But trying to find stuff that spawns in, like at some distance. You know, you have to be close to it, right? Trying to find something like that is like literally looking for a needle in a haystack. And you know what? I'm just gonna go to the portal because that's our objective here, right? We're not looking for. We're not looking for sentinel pillars. Although we've found 4 or 5 on our journey here. Okay. How far are we from the portal? A minute and a bit. So, okay. While I do that, I'm going to go over here, see if I can get the glyphs from People Bums. There's another archive. Yeah, there's lots of buildings on this planet. There's no shortage, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, the crash ship we found, a function of the transmission tower's functionality. There's a terminal in the transmission tower, and it will show you the location of either a crash ship or a crashed freighter. Of course, crash freighter does have its pluses, but it's certainly not. You can't use it as such. You can't fly off in it. And I wonder if that's upcoming functionality or not. Because the crash freighters, they're cracked in half, right? You know, you wouldn't think that you would ever be able to fix that, right? So probably not ever going to happen. Okay, so we're at the portal. I'm going to take a break right here, just so I can find the glyphs. Here's the portal. And down we go. Over here. He's got a lot of interesting stuff on his channel. If you stranded, okay, stranded 1 day ago. Challenge playthrough. Okay, I'm just gonna open that. See if he actually he posted the rules. Yes, he did. Okay, and the glyphs are nowhere to be found. Discord. It's on his Discord. Thank you. Ship. Uncrashed ship. Okay, I think the rules changed a little bit. Acquiring a ship can fly to the portal, use the portal, traveling the whole planet, completing this challenge. Well, that's where we are now. We're at the portal. We're about to complete the challenge. I think on his Discord he did post the glyph set. Okay. If I can find his Discord. There's his Discord. Challenges. There it is. Okay. And this is... Yep, stranded rules. Here's the portal glyph set. Alright, so I got the portal glyph set. The only thing we need to be concerned about now is whether or not we actually have the materials to charge the glyphs, because you need to do that. 100%, 100%, copper, 100%, carbon, 100%. Let's just keep going. 100%, copper, 90%. Okay, there's our first stumbling block right there. Carbon, 100%, sodium, 100%. Keep going with the dihydrogen. Okay, we can't do that one. I'm certainly hoping we can come back and complete this. Carbon, 100%, sodium, 100%, 100% dihydrogen, can't do that one. Okay, and, oh, we're out of carbon. So we need copper. We need... Shit, how much do we need? I don't know, it's not much, but we do need copper. I hope I don't have to do all that all over again, because that will be a killer. We should have mined some more copper. I wasn't thinking of that at the time. I'm gonna go to the nearest copper deposit. 600. Ammonia, sodium, copper 600. It would figure that the closest one would be like 600. Because that's usually how the game works, you know. If you really need something bad, it makes it really... puts it far away. That's just the way it goes. Sodium, copper... And we cannot recall our exocraft. That is one of the rules of the game. So basically...
Not just copper, you had 0% on 2 of them hot beverage.
Yeah. They were all copper. So... copper is the only logical thing I should be able to get from here, right? Cadmium, emerald, indium, forget about it. There's no activated copper on this planet. So there's this one, and this one. So I'm hoping... Looks like we can recharge or finish charging it. So I'm hoping I can get enough copper out of this deposit over here. If I don't die first. I'm hoping I can get enough copper out of this deposit to charge all three, the 3 remaining glyphs.
Oh, okay. All 3 are copper interesting thinking things.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, shit. This is what happens if you misuse your jetpack, right? You will take critical damage. Excuse me for a moment. Very close now. Yeah, now you see your hazard protection or your life support or whatever it is, your damage in the top left there will recharge itself. Hopefully this is an actual copper deposit, not a pseudo one like we had the last time. And it does appear to be that. So we should be able to pick up enough copper here. No problem. I figure 100 or 200 copper will be more than enough. I didn't even notice how much we needed. It's not usually very much. So what did we get? We got 175. That should be more than enough. Just gotta make sure not to die on the way back. That would be a drag, wouldn't it? But that would be the end of the stream too, because it is 1 p.m. Eastern. It's usually my end time. So what we'll do is we'll charge the rest of these glyphs and make our way to our home planet and call it on the other side, eh? More ships. Okay. All right, let's see what we need. We needed 24, so we got lots.
Everyone in chat.
Lantry Mage, you just, yeah, you just caught me. You caught the very tail end of this challenge here. The rules are in my, in the description of the video. Yeah, so, yeah, there it is. There's the anomaly. Portal shimmers as I look at it, never quite resting long enough for my eyes to process it fully. I must focus, activate the portal. That's what you want right there. And then we can enter the address, which is Diplo, bird. This is not a spider, it's only got 6 legs, but it's an insect. Then we got this thing, triangle.
This was also in Discord.
2 sunrises. Yes, I believe it is, but I don't know that I have the glyph set. Maybe I'll, because I think that might be an image what he posted on his Discord, because I don't think you can actually get those. That's not a character set like a standard character set, right? Anyway, we got a boat, we got this tree, we got the whale there, we got another one of these, another Diplo, and another ship. So that's going to activate our portal for our home address, and we're about to shut down this stranded challenge here. So the only thing remaining to do is to say goodbye to all this. Ship is going to follow us, but everything else is, well, we're going to go to someplace else. There we go. Teleport through the portal to our home planet. I wonder what it is. I hope it's Paradise World. That would be so nice. Have a look. Our ship follows us, so we shouldn't be too worried about any hazards. It does look like a paradise. Evil Quadrant, Stinger Nation, Extreme Sentinel Planet, eh?
Crossing fingers.
Okay, so there's our ship. And thanks, that was fun. So a few people have completed the challenge. This is my completion right here. So what I'm going to do is
4 down.
I'm going to put a little bot in here. Missing components. I need 10 more pure ferrite, eh? Okay, so hang on now. Pure ferrite, I can refine ferrite dust to make pure ferrite. And now I should be able to get that here. I'm going to put a little pod down myself. And then I'm going to put a little message here that says communications
I'll head out.
online.
Bye everyone, and thanks for the stream Mart.
All right, Jake. Take care, and we'll be talking to you. Just get in touch if you want to do something on the weekend, if you have time. And yeah, have a great rest of your day and great rest of your weekend. Take care. What we're going to do here is we're going to put down 30, 61 plays. There's not much you can put here, but I'll try to put
Later JR6 making glasses.
20/01/4. There we go. Done and There we go. So that's what people are going to see, I think, when they look at mine. Is they're going to see something like placed by traveler. Placed by traveler. That's what they should see. Suck it, Lavender Delta. Anyway. So that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this last couple of streams. The Stranded run. And we are now done. So, photo op, huh? Nice, beautiful planet here.
Thanks, Marty.
Yeah, we're done. So, there it is. Alrighty. Thanks a lot for everybody chiming in and joining along. Really appreciate everybody. And you people, I hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your weekend, and be safe and be happy. Cheers, everybody. Take care.
Have a great day, everyone. Smiling face with sunglasses, hot beverage.